that's on our way to Malaysia. Showing no mercy like a cop with a taser. Sharp when I talk like my song is a razor. Lyrical gladiator, rap assassinator, verbal manipulator. But someone told these niggas take it till they make it. Now the only ones who made it is the niggas on that fake shit. And I ain't singing the bitches, ain't on no Drake shit. The illest nigga you know in the game without a placement. It's like being the only nigga who's walking inside the matrix. This the art of rap and the rules of engagement. The game needs change and I'm here to rearrange it. Hip-hop 101 and take it back to the basics. Take the game back from quotations. Take notes, these niggas need training. Your mind's clays misshapen. I'm here to make an engraving, so try to focus your brain. My kill switch is engaged when these faggots start entertaining. I'll be praying that's the most I turn these crackers back to cavemen. This is live from the dungeon to rap hip-hop's basement. Until it's time to us to come a murder from the pavement. And then leave a hole in the game so big they can't repave it, nigga.
These bars go over heads like this was limbo. Get these rappers in the yard beating them like I'm Kimbo. I'm riding with my kinfolk, follow my methodology. Black and blue opponents' faces like cosmetology. I issue no apologies coming from rapper salaries. My team runs shit like we out here burning calories. Bring a tear to your eye, lie, you say it's allergies. But it's cause the flow out this world touching the galaxy. Niggas rapping like girls, they ain't follow my policy. I was raised in the era, we had to rap reality. Had to really live this shit with my mentality. Now the game flooded with fakes and they crowded me. Better not cross that line, watch a boundary. UPK soldiers, but rapping is like a hobby. Lions and wolves with me, roll the dice on Jumanji. Rappers say they own their job, but not Harley. Cause you ain't got no job, man, you like Tommy. I know cats let that full ring like Audi and leave your head all wrapped up like a Saudi. But I ain't never been no killer, no armed robbery. I just like to move down squares like Monopoly. Now I don't smoke no more, lungs they work properly. I don't even push no pills, I push prophecy. Respect this aristocracy, giving rappers a lobotomy. When I'm spitting, I hear the niggas getting their glossary. Check the wordplay, realizing ain't nothing stopping me. Your only option be when I'm round, not acknowledge me.
Sip my brandy in a wine glass. No cable money, we was bootlegging that Comcast. Sold drugs and disrespecting me, my mom mad. Doing 500 magnums, where you find that? All that sinning, I can't never get that time back. To fool a nigga in the book is where you hide that. I praise the Lord, cause he really gave my grind back. We Stevie in the office, blind to the facts, we blind to the race, we pour in our face. Money in the bank, only time I'm doing the chase. See, I'ma let my pelvis participate with her waist. Ain't no pleading with crackers, the law gon' handle our case, cause they in violation.
Trump, Nancy Pelosi, name them.
They in violation of the Bible Code Section 2. Subsection 33, do not fuck with Israel or else you so catch the beats. I ain't talking Dre, man down Mayday. Christians say they pray for the day till Christ come to slay, and it won't be no Mayday, no sunshine, no daffodils. That shit that with blood, they don't get that dapper feel. Pissy gold chain tinted almost like the Daffy Bill. I just ran that bitch. We ain't have a trap house, but I did hand to hand that shit. Managed it, here he go rambling, pocket collapse, we scrambling. Bullet the helmet if he patriotic, I'm manning it. It's ironic, I'm drinking spring water in the fall. His story go, I spring the war and then I fall.
I personally like this next part.
Got a bite-sized 38, that's my mouthpiece. You beat the pussy right and she put your name on the house lease. I walk into the Congress and put bullets in the house seats. Cowards giving rats toolies, that's how you seeing mice eat. Her face a 6, her ass a 7. But damn, she got some nice feet. She fresh up off her knees like, damn, you got some nice meat. My dick game and can't speak, just why these bitches like me. And you ain't nothing like me. Bitches niggas from every tribe like damn, why you ain't like me? All love, shorty, I'm just so particular. I walk parallel with God and shoot your ass perpendicular. I don't want to get that order, I'ma have to get rid of ya. If he say he the shit, ask the porcelain. I'm shittier, talking that green yellow slush. You gotta stand back just to flush. One repertoire, hope you ain't in a rush. Word the rules, I park a bullet in front of that bus.
Word to Rosa, nigga.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
It's all about that warfare, boy. Get back up. It's all about that warfare, boy. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We would not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem? Tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom with an hourglass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. You sit to pray up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race that made merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas not to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. He gon' take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth, nigga, cool yo. It's all about that warfare, boy. Get back up. It's all about that warfare, boy. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay nearly. You should've used your common sense. My seal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, with a true seal, hey, with warriors 12. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine is like my wife, she conceal, she modest. I know two things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my uncle gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret what that means. Fall on his ass. Comparing me and you really ain't no contest. The only one west. Say what? The only one west. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for 'em. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for 'em. It's all about that warfare, boy. Get back up. It's all about that warfare, boy. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down.
White man is the motherfucking devil. They took me off the cooler. I hit him with the flame. Yo, I'ma be a cooler. My niggas are the same. The last time you look, ain't a damn thing. drink, my mentality is game. Our enemies are strained from the boom like Kane. You can sit around and firm and I move like Kane. I'm a cook like Kane, then the longest the recipe. I keep the scripts aggressively to manifest the destiny. That's how so mine is necessary. Don't ever second next to me, unless he rockin' rusty shackles, cutting through his flesh and need a medical attention. Cattle, I ain't perfect, feel this tough without some grand's blood. I ain't done yet, just like a death pattern that can never feel sorrow. We don't ever let them hollow, give your mind all hollow. Bring it back to with tomorrow, the judgment which always follows. There'll be no time to coddle, that's a promise, kid. You think that I'm a skid? Nah, big, run them right over like an overgrown Mexican. Riding in the stroller, older than Motorola. Ripping that North Dakota, standing rock on the border. Hoping until that know you crack. I thought I told you we ain't holding back. That where my soldiers at, we living off the fat of the man. I put your foot on the neck of the white man. It's only right. Crack is war, it's like son of man. We through talking how we hunting King David. When it's 10,000, so it's 100 birds. In the pudding, that's the feel coffee line. When the truth is in the book, since 1969. Limited amount of time, you shouldn't miss me building. This ain't church, this is up.
No access, cause you oppressed slaves. Niggas was dying off in waves. Living in dirt and I was so brave. Niggas cross off through the crosswalk and wrote a white chalk over the bodies of rose that you paid. Americans killing us, saying they fearing us with the drugs in the hood. Now my niggas delirious with a gun in my face. All because of my race, click, boom, flash. Just some skills to murder my ass. Like a chief to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father. Give strength to the Father that's looking for the marauders. That's fucking taking our daughters, nigga. It's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, go time. Either boot up, shut up, or get your ass up. Cause we ain't got time to be playing this all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave. Reaping what you sow, you ain't giving back what you gave for a clean slate. You try to imitate, you was always fake. America, every city state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
On the timeline, giving a rhythm to expose the intricacies of this vibe. Who am I? I ain't shit, but getting lit is a pastime. So in a minute, I'ma pass out. I hope you get it. If you didn't, you can crash fine. Kinda simple if you feel it, pass your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind. A damn shame. That's the exact thing. Gonna get your ass fried. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Then a nigga fly. Hope you got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Damn, the missiles high. I can see him from the parking lot. Never finna ball out. Devils finna fall out. All our warfare, nightmares in the big house. You murdered us for years and thinking shit won't gon' turn around. Pride never learns that this motherfucker burns down. Yelled in the streets, told him to breach. All of you angels bring woe to this beast. You rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my father, bring woe to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them ships, they brought us some fleets. Fuck they Apollo, bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
God is gonna destroy this empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You gotta put on
All right, I think we on. Clap it up. All right, I am Officer Abraham of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohanan. And we are here. This is Friday. This is the Friday language class. We're going to go ahead and get started. The water for everybody tuning in, Yahweh Shema Al by Hashem Yahushai, while Yahweh Shema Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai Barakatah, all the brothers, while Yahweh Shema Al by Hashem Yahushai, all the sisters, you know what I'm saying, tuning in. We're going to go ahead and get started with the language class. Trying to think if there's anything I wanted to say before we jump right into it. I don't think there is. We're gonna rock it out with the sister, one student in class today, but no sweat, we're gonna rock it out. So what I wanted to start out today with class is some common phrases like please and thank you, and you know, the common things that you would normally say with the Hebrew, okay? Of course, we learn the greeting. All the time you hear in the Hebrew, you hear us saying peace to one another. You hear us saying peace to one another all the time. That in the Hebrew is shalom. Peace in the Hebrew is shalom. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians always, you know, it's an old term now. They say deuces, you know what I'm saying? Chris Brown made the song, he said deuces. They don't say, he didn't say peace, he would say deuces, you know what I'm saying? So deuce is the same thing, peace means two, you know what I'm saying? Pieces, it's the same thing, slang, you understand? Peace in the Hebrew is shalom. Of course, we're going to write it in the ancient and in the Assyrian. So in the ancient Hebrew, shalom is the shah. And I hope everybody see to my left is the alphabet, is the Hebrew alphabet, Salakia. I forgot to start off with the sister. All right. With the Hebrew alphabet, right? Go ahead and recite that so we can keep pushing. Mosaic Christ. You understand? Right on time. All right. So now, when writing the word shalom in Hebrew, you have the shah, which is the character. In English, the shah is a W. You understand? So the shah. Then you have the la, which is a L character in the Hebrew, which is right here. The la, of course, Hebrew is written from right to left, not left to right. Of course, the so-called oppressor does everything from left to right because he's on the left-hand side of everything. And the left-hand side is the wrong side to be on. You know, Salaki if you're left-handed. But, you understand? So, Shah, La, and the Ma. The Shah is by itself. The La and the Ma are connected. Shalom. Simple and plain shalom, right? That is peace in the Hebrew, in the ancient Hebrew. That's how you would write it, from right to left. All right. In the Assyrian, Again, the Assyrian, the character for the Shah is still a W-looking character. The Shah, the La, which looks like a modified 7, looks like kind of like a backwards question mark with the tag at the top right here. And the Ma, now since this Ma is coming at the end of a word, which Ma on the Hebrew alphabet are we going to use? This is the Ma right here. This is the Ma. So this states if it comes at the end of a word, if this letter comes at the end of the word, then you can't use the printed Ma. You can't use the printed Ma in the Assyrian. You have to use this one on the bottom, which is just, it can be written as a simple box or a square character like that. Of course, we don't have any connectors in anything in the Assyrian Hebrew. There are no connectors. When you see this grouping of characters, you would have to automatically know without the connectors that this is Shalom. That this is Shalom. Just like you would see in the ancient Hebrew, you would see the connectors here. You would automatically have to realize that this grouping of characters is Shalom in the Assyrian. When you read the Assyrian Hebrew, you would automatically say, well, this word is Shalom. You automatically know that these two are connected and this stands alone. All right? Because there's nothing to indicate what connects and what doesn't connect. Now, when you read the ancient out of the Torah, there's all kind of dots and squiggly lines all over everything. All over around here, all over here, all over, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's tons of things around here. And these all that crazy mess, right? Ignore all of that. Because those dots and those squiggly lines, they make you form letters that are not in the Hebrew. They make you form the letter E, which Elohim, El, E is not in the Hebrew. You understand? There is no E in Hebrew. There is no U in Hebrew. There is no O in Hebrew. You hear these, and I'm going to break it out for the figs. You hear these figs saying Shalom. You understand? You hear them spelling this word like this, with the O in there. That's no such thing. There's no such thing as Shalom. You understand? The so-called white man, the so-called oppressor, says Shalom because he takes it and with those squiggly lines, he makes sounds that are not in the Hebrew. That is Yiddish, and we do not teach that here. We teach the holy tongue here. We teach the true Hebrew here. Which is always easy to tell. It's always easy to tell who is really speaking Hebrew because you hear sounds that you don't normally hear that are not a part of this alphabetical chart right here. These are the letters in the Hebrew. There's no O, and when you get to something that looks like an O, it's the Ta, which there's an O character with the X through it. That's the Ta. The actual character O, that's not an O, that's the I. You understand? So there are no O's in the Hebrew, in the ancient Hebrew. So we don't make that sound, the sound of O here in the Isupk because we were taught properly. You understand? We were taught properly how to pronounce the Hebrew. Now, let's see. Yes in Hebrew is Khan. yes in Hebrew is Khan. So someone asks you a question, the answer is yes. If you want to say it in Hebrew, you'll say Khan. So in the ancient, you have the Ka, you have the Ka and the Na, and they both are connected. Khan in the ancient Hebrew. That's yes. The Ka and the Na, they're both connected. Khan. So now in the Assyrian, the character for the Ka in the Assyrian, let me write this here. The character for the Ka in the Assyrian is sort of like a backward C, like that. Alright? So now, of course, at the end of the word, the Na coming at the end of the word is just a letter down like this, and they're both connected. So when you see this group in the letters in the Assyrian, you know that it's Khan. That's the Ka and the Na. That's Khan. It means yes in the Hebrew. All right? So now, of course, the opposite of yes is no. No in the Hebrew is la'ah. La'ah means no in the Hebrew. Someone says, did you come to the Lashawan Qadash class on Friday? And if you're not this sister, your answer will be la'ah. I did not. You understand that? La'ah, I did not. No. You understand? So in the ancient, you have the La, which is actually the character El. It looks like the same character. Now that's how you know that, even the English language, all language derives from the Hebrew. Because the character for the La in the Hebrew is the actual letter. It is an L. So that's the La. So now, then you have the Ah. La, Ah. Neither one of those are connected. Neither one of those are connected. You have the La in the Hebrew, in the ancient Hebrew, and you have the first letter of the alphabet, which is Ah, in the Hebrew. None of those are connected. In the ancient, of course, you have that letter that kind of looks like a backwards question mark with the tag at the top. And then you have the Ah in the Assyrian. Which that's how it looks. It's a U over top of an N type character. That forms the Ah. So you have La, Ah in the ancient. And when you see those two groupings together, you know that says La-Ah. You don't put them together. You don't pronounce these two together because they're not together. All right, now, if you ask for something, and you ask for something, you want to say please behind it, because that's the polite thing to say. Please, in the Hebrew, is Baba Koshah. Baba Kwa Shah. Baba Koshah, it's a long word, right? In the ancient, you'll see it's kind of short. So, in the ancient, you have the Ba. So, let me move on. You have the Ba and another Ba. The Kwa, Baba Kwa Shah, and the Ha. You know why there's a Ha there? Because see the Ha here? See, this is the letter. Shah is the letter. These are the letters. The Ba, the Kwa, the Shah, and the Ha. That's why there's a Ha at the end there. But, of course, these two stand alone. The Kwa stands alone, but the Shah and the Ha are connected. And when you see the spelling when you see the word translated into English, it really gives you the spelling of it in the Hebrew. In the ancient Hebrew, it really gives you the spelling. It spells it out for you. And the Ba, Kwa, the Shah, and the Ha. Baba Koshah. You hear us all the time saying, brother, could you close the door, Baba Koshah? Could you hand me the pen, Baba Koshah? And that's just saying please, right? In the Assyrian, you have the Ba, another Ba, right? The Kwa, the Shah, and the Ha. Baba Koshah, because you have the Shah and the Ha at the end of the word, right? That's the two Bas right here. The Kwa, the Shah, and the Ha. That's please in the ancient and in the Assyrian right here. For the so-called white man, for the oppressor to call our language a barbaric language, it seems very polite to me. You understand? Like barbarians, you know what I'm saying? Like savages don't say please and thank you. You know what I'm saying? Savages don't ask you for something and then say please. They just take it. They just beat you over the top of the head and take what they want. You know what I'm saying? That's a savage. They're not gonna say please. Which all I'm trying to get at is that, you know, the so-called oppressor lies about us constantly putting out lies and propaganda on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and society gobbles it up without even thinking about what they're listening to. Black people are lazy. It's so asinine to believe that when, you know, blacks are the ones that pick up the trash off the street. You understand? That build your gutters and your sidewalks and pave your streets. You understand? That's black people. Black people are building these buildings. You understand? The so-called Hispanics are rapists and criminals, like Donald Trump said. They're sons of bitches. You understand? But they're the ones picking the strawberries, picking the cucumbers, picking your lettuce, picking your oranges and your apples. You understand? But they're rapists and they're criminals. You understand? Like society believes that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the riffraff because it justifies them for destroying the Lord's people. You understand? It justifies them for being utter beasts to the Lord's people. And that's how they justify their wrongdoing to the Lord's people. By just lying and saying, oh, well, they're criminals. They're criminals anyway. You understand? They're savages anyway. They call the Native Indians savages. So that was justification for them to push their Christianity and push democracy and so-called force their religion on the Native Indians. And when the Native Indians didn't accept it, so you go to war with them and kill them. You understand? That's the mindset of the oppressor. You understand? Just a sidebar for a second. So now, you went over please, thank you. Can't say please without saying thank you, right? Thank you in the Hebrew is thawada. Thawada. Not the water, not the water. It's thawada. Thawada. So now in the ancient, let's separate this. You have the tha, you have the wa, the da, and the ha. Correct. Good job. So we have the tha in the ancient, the tha, the wa, which looks like a Y-looking character, the da, which is basically a triangle, and the ha, which is that backwards F with the three staffs on it. Tha, wa, da, and the da and the ha are connected. You have the tha, the wa, the da, and the ha. Tha, wa, da. The water is thank you. In the Assyrian, you have the tha, which is like the ha, but it's a little different because everything is connected. So something like that. The tha, the wa, the Da, which is that off-centered T-looking character. And the Ha. Da, Wa, Da. The Da and the Ha are connected. You should just automatically know that. Da, Wa, the Da, and the Ha. You got it? Okay. So now one more, which we all say all the time, is Adawan, which means Lord or Master or Sir, means all three. You hear brothers always going Khan, Adawan, Khan, saying Sir, yes sir, Khan, Adawan. It means Sir or Lord. Alright. Adawan. Adawan. See how that separates? So you have the in the ancient, the Da, the Wa, and the Na. Da, Wan. The Wa and the Na are connected. Adawan in the ancient means sir or lord, or the authority over you. You want to say yes sir, you say Khan Adawan. It's not Kanawada Khan. It's not. When you hear it say it real fast, it's just brothers have become adapted. They become used to saying it fast. It's Khan Adawan Khan. They're saying Khan Adawan Khan, or they should be saying Khan Adawan Khan to properly pronounce it. You know, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? We kind of pronounce stuff. We say street rather than street. We say electricity instead of electricity. You understand? We have a problem with enunciation, but you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it right in here. It's Khan Adawan Khan. Say it real fast. It's Khan Adawan Khan. Not Adawada Khan. It's not that. It's Khan Adawan Khan. Alright? In the Assyrian, you have the the Da, the Wa. Let me make that a little bit better. I always get my Y's all messed up. That's better. And Na. Right? Adawan. Adawan. All right. That's it in the Assyrian. So now we're going to get into some nouns and how to, I guess, show possession. We're going to start off with a simple one, like let's say bread, right? Bread in the Hebrew is lacham. That's bread in the Hebrew, right? So lacham, this is the basis of what we're going to start off with. So you have the la, you have the ka, and the ma. La, kam. Right? So now, once you get into, well, first let's do this. Yeah, we can go here first. Different prefixes and suffixes at the end and the beginning of a word will dictate different meanings of the word. Like, there's no separate, we wouldn't separate his bread from her bread from their bread. It'll all be one word. And it'll come at the end of the word. So, if you want to say, you want to say it was his bread, you'll say lacham ka. Lacham ka. So that changes this into this. Lacham ka, which would mean his bread. It's sort of like Hispanic speak, like bread his, the bread is his. But of course, we know it means his bread. It's saying that this bread is his. So it's his bread. Lacham ka. All right. The la, the ka, the ma, and the ka. So you have the la, the ka, the ma, and the ka. Lacham ka. That's his bread. In the Assyrian, you'll have la. One second. You have lacham. And the ka is coming at the end of the word. So you'll have a straight line across, and you'll have it lacham ka. You'll know these two are connected here. All right. Now, if he has his bread, she has to have her bread, right? Her bread. It's the same word, but it's lakum ha. It's a ha at the end. Lakum ha. Lakum ha is her bread. Lakum ha. It's her bread. See how it's all one word though? It's all one word. That dictates whether it's his or hers or yours or mine. It's not two separate words like the English language. It's not his and then bread. It's all one word. Lakamha. Alright. We're going to keep going. So his and hers, your bread, which is possessive, right? Your bread is lakam khan. Lakam khan. So you have the ka and the na, and they're connected. You have the ka and the na, like that. This is your bread. Now, when you get into the plural masculine, there's a difference. So, let's get that. So now you can't just say like in the English language, you can say theirs and it could be feminine or plural. You can say it's theirs and it be a group of people. But in the Hebrew, it's different. You understand? It separates the plural masculine from the plural feminine. All right. So if you have their bread, but if you're speaking of if it's men, meaning it's masculine, then it's lakam ma. Okay? It's lakam ma. Basically a ma on the end of it. A ma on the end. Lakam ma. That's it. Lakam ma. Lakam ma. That's the suffix if you're talking about a group of men. You understand? This is plural. This is masculine plural, right? But now it's different when it comes to feminine plural. So same possession, it still means there, but it's feminine plural. Feminine plural is lakamna. 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 You change the whole subject of who you're talking about now. It's their bread, but it's women's bread. It's their bread. It's those women's bread. You know what I'm saying? It's the women's bread. It's their bread. It's not the men's bread. It's the women's bread. You know what I'm saying? You bring the bread out. You bring lakam, and you give it to it's for the women's table. Then it's lakam na. You bring it out for the men's table. It's lakam ma. And now, our is just possessive plural. Is nawa. So lakam nawa. Lakam now. Lakam now. Come now. Salaki. Come now. But it changes the na because it's not at the end of the word. So it's now. So it's the na that looks like this. Like that. So come now. That's the wa. That's our bread. If you want to include yourself and say it's all of our bread, meaning it could mean male and female in the group. You say our bread is lakam nawa. Lakam nawa, you got it? All right. To go over some other prefixes and suffixes, right? Other things that you will see at the beginning and the end of a word. You may see da, the prefix da, which is that triangle. You see the prefix da at the beginning of the word. Da means to do. We'll get into some verbs later on, but right now, you may have in the Sabbath service when they say amayim means rise. You may have Da Amadia means do rise. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Yashab, you may hear Da Yashab. Do sit. You know what I'm saying? Do sit here. Alright. Of course, ha is the. Ha is the. So when you see, you can see halacham means the bread. When it's not pertaining to any one person, when it's not saying his or her or their or ours, you know what I'm saying? And you can hear a sentence saying, and they took the bread. Then you're gonna see it said as halacham. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be halacham because it's not belonging to anybody. It's the bread. All right. Wa is and. Wa is and. Wa is and. That's why you hear us give the greeting. We'll say, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Wa Yahweh Shema Alatha Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We're saying the greeting for the sisters, the brothers, and the greeting for the sisters. Wa is and. Alright. Yah is he. Yah Yashah, he sits. You understand? Yah Mayyim, he stands. Alright. Let me go back up. I guess I'm at the top. Ka at the beginning of the word. Ka at the beginning of the word could mean like or as. Qadar is I think is the color for black, right? What's the color for black in your nose? Qadar? Shakawar? Ka Shakawar. Like black. You know what I'm saying? It's like black. It's like as black. Ka Shakawar. But you will see it as one word though. It'll be just the ka in front of Shakawar. It means like or as. But now, of course, if you see ka at the end of the word, it's denoting possession. It's denoting his. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. is of or from. Maybe I should do it like this. Color suits. Of or from. Salakia. La is gonna mean Salakia. La is gonna mean two or four. Salakia. La is 2 or 4. The ma is of or from. The ma is of or from. Shah is to whom. Or which. You see Shah in front of a word, and the sentence would have to say, a person's name, and then you would see Shala come, because to whom this is going to, it's going to this person. The bread is going to him. The bread is, it's denoting what this thing is pertaining to. It's pertaining to this person, or it's pertaining to this. The sentence will indicate that at the beginning of the sentence. You understand? All right. And now I think we have, about 30 more minutes. We're going to, I'm going to go back over. Did you make sure you got all the 12 tribes, right? Did you get all of them? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I want to touch on that again. Those are very important. Oh, okay, come, Salakia. You're welcome, Salakia. Your welcome is in the ancient is Ayan Debar. Kind of felt like I was missing something. Ayan Debar is your welcome. Ayan, this word is plural. This word is you all are welcome. You understand? Because atha is you. Atha is you, but of course, in some pretenses of Hebrew, we'll say this word is used to mean one or more than one. It's like the word you. You could mean you meaning plural, or it can mean you meaning one. You understand? So Ayan is the the Ya, the Na, Ayan, and then the second word, these are two words, Da, Bar. Ayan the bar. The Ya, the Na, and the second word, the Da, the Ba, and the Ra. The Ya and the Na are connected in Ayan. Those are connected. The Ba and the Ra are connected in the Bar. Ayan the Bar. In the Assyrian, you have the the Ya, which is just that upside down L looking character. The Na is coming at the end of the word, so it's just a straight line down. Ayan. And then the Bar is the offset T looking letter. The Ba and the Ra. Which is like the 7 looking letter. Ayan the Bars, you're welcome. All right. All right, now you know our first tribe is Yahweh or Judah. Is where the word Jew comes from. But it's Yahweh in the ancient, and maybe I should do it like this. Judah, right? It's where the word Jew comes from. Now in the Bible they call the Most Highest people, they call them Jews. Their tribe is Yahweh in the ancient. You have the Yah, the Ha, the Wa, the Da, and the Ha on the end. So you have the Yah, the Ha, the Wa, da, and the ha on the end. Ya, ha, wa, da. Yahweh is the tribe of Judah. In the Assyrian, you have the Yah, the Ha, the Wa, the Da. I made it a little too long. And the Ha. Ya, Ha, Wa, Da. Christ was from the tribe of Judah. Christ was from the tribe of Yahweh. David was from the tribe of Judah. A lot of the prophets, Solomon was from the tribe of Judah, right? And Benjamin. Benjamin. Bun. Yum. Yun. Bun. Yum yun. All of them gonna connect it. All of it's connected. Bun. Yum. Yum. But yum yum. Remember the na is coming at the end of the word, so it's just basically like a stick down. You got that, right? Levi is the tribe of lawyer in the ancient. They had the law. You understand? They were given the law. Moses was from the tribe of Levi. Moses and Aaron. That's why in the Old Testament where we're reading where Moses had to anoint Aaron and his sons, because after Moses, Aaron and his sons were going to have to take over the Levitical priesthood and carry out those priestly duties. They got their garments and they had to learn how to put the garment on and the breastplate and all that. So that's what Moses had to do. He had to anoint Aaron and his sons to carry on after him. So they came from the tribe of Levi. The Levites today are the Haitians. The Benjamites today are your Jamaicans and your West Indians. You understand? The Judites today are your blacks that's here in America. They're scattered all over, but primarily, we talk about primarily in here in America. The Levites are in Haiti, primarily. You know, you have some Levites that are here, but primarily they're in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? So, lawyer is the La, the Wa, and the Yah. Lawyer. The La and the Wa are connected. You see how it is spelled out? How you can tell it's connected? Because the La and the Wa, it just has the W there. It doesn't have the Wa, it doesn't have the A there. You see what I'm saying? So you know that these two are connected. And the Yah at the end. In the Assyrian, let me write that out. And in the Assyrian, you have, let me just go over here. You have the La, the Wa, and the Yah. Simple like that. Lawyer. You know, the first two are connected. This is one of the instances right here where you don't connect the last two letters in the Hebrew. When you see this in the Assyrian, you know that the natural rule of thumb is to connect the last two. But in this one, you see this in the Assyrian, the first two are connected. So you really have to get used to seeing the Assyrian to see these letter groupings to know what the word is. Or you'll be saying La Waya. You understand? You'll be saying La Wa. You know what I'm saying? You'll be pronouncing it wrong. Alright? Alright? Simeon. Make sure I spell that right. Simeon, right? Now 1 second. Let me make sure I'm telling you who Simeon is. 1 second. tribe of Simeon is the Dominicans. Lashawan, Lashawan, right? So you have the Shah. All right, so small. You have the Shah, the Ma, the I, the Wa, and the Na. The Shah and the Ma are connected. You see here? See how the Shah and the Ma are connected? Shemai the Wa and the Na are connected. Alright? In the Assyrian, you have the same. The Shah in the Assyrian looks like the Shah in the ancient. The Ma. Guess I can do that a little bit better. The I, in the Assyrian, the Wa, and the Na. Shemaiwan. All right. From Panama to Guatemala, that's the tribe of Zebulun. Zebulun, of course, there are no U's or O's in the ancient Hebrew, so it's Zabalawan. Zabalawan. So you have the Za, the Ba, the La, the Wa, and the Na. Zabalawan. And that's your Panamanians to your Guatemalans. All those people coming up from Panama and Guatemala right now trying to search for a better life. You understand? Riding the train of death, riding the Marta or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Riding the train of death to get here. In the Assyrian, you have the Zah, which is a little line like that. The Ba, the La, the Wa, the Wa gets me. Wa and the Na, the Balawan. You have our brothers and sisters from Puerto Rico. Am I spelling it right? Okay. R. That's the tribe of Ephraim. Alright. Aparium. I hate that. Well, I can't stand that PH is an F in the English. I can't stand that. Aparium. It's Aparium. That's the ancient Hebrew name for the Puerto Ricans, the tribe of Ephraim. You have the Ah, the Pa, the Ra, the Yah, and the Ma. The Pa and the Ra are connected. Ah, Pari, the Yah and the Ma are connected as well. Aparium. And in the ancient, it's the Ah, the Pa, the Ra, which is that 7 looking letter, like that, the Yah, which is that little Y, which is the upside down L looking letter for the Yah. Alright. And the Na is coming at the end of the word, so it's just a straight line down. Little hook at the top, straight line down. Party. All right, now, the North American Indians, or the Native Indians, I'm gonna say, you gotta say North American, because when you get to the Seminole Indians, that's a different area, but it's still in North America. You understand? So the North American Indians are the tribe of Gad. And that's simple. You have the God in the Hebrew, which is that character, and the Da. And they're both connected. Gad. The God and the Da. In the Assyrian, you have this right here and the Da. That's the tribe of Gad in the Assyrian. The Gadites are your North American Indians. Alright? Now I'm going to do Reuben next, because Reuben are your Seminole Indians. That's another tribe. The Seminoles down in Florida, I'm spelling it wrong. The Seminole Indians down in Florida, that's a whole different tribe. That's the tribe of Reuben. Ra'albon. You got the Ra, the Ah, the Ba, and the Na. Ra'albon. And in the Assyrian, you have the Ra, the Ah, the Ba, and the Na. Ra'albon. All right, we're going to skip back up to Manasseh. Manasseh is the Cubans. So the Cubans are the tribe of Manasseh. This is the last one we'll pick up next week. The Cubans are the tribe of Manasseh. Or Manasseh. Manasseh. You got the Ma, the Na, the Shah, and the Ha. Salakia. The Ma and the Na are connected. Ma, Na, Salakia. It's not. They stand alone. Ma, Na, Shah. The Shah and the Ha are connected. Okay? So now, in the Assyrian, you have the Ma first, the Na is next, the Shah, and the Ha. Manashah. We got 3 more to go next week. We'll start off with those 3 next week. I'll read the announcements and we'll close out with the Lord's Prayer, all right? We're the Isupk under commanding General Yohana. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, Salakia. If a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21 and also Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashura. 10th of every penny of any increase that the Most High gives you, give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is, of course, the memorial blowing the trumpets. It is September the 6th at sundown, so be prepared for that. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That's black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I'm out of here. Wapin Yakodum, we'll face the east. And we'll say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwithka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Ladananawa, Lacham, Kau, Yawam, Wasalachnawa, Kabawathnawa, Kasalachnawa, Kabawathiyanawa, Wala'ah, Tabaya'anawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wa'athaparath, La'ai Walumyum, Amen. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. So, just give one courtesy salute to the sister, Amani Shabbat, Amani Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atab Hashem Yahushai. Yahweh Matar, class is dismissed.